Are you driving a Mazda CX-5 and feeling a weird clunk or a hard shift when the engine is cold? You're not going crazy. You're definitely not alone. A lot of you have been messaging me about this exact problem, that strange jolt on first drive of the day. It's annoying, it's worrying, and makes you wonder if your transmission is about to give up the ghost. Before you let some mechanic talk you into a brand new transmission for thousands and thousands of your hard-earned dollars, you need to listen up. This could be a much simpler, cheaper fix. But you have to know what to ask for. I'm going to break down what's going on, why it's happening, and what Mazda told its dealers to do. So what is this problem everyone is talking about? Owners describe it as a shift shock or a hard, jerky shift. It usually happens when the engine and transmission are cold, typically on the very first drive of the day. You'll start your CX-5, put it in drive of the day. As it shifts from first to second gear, you feel a noticeable jolt or a clunk. Or when it shifts from second to third, it's not smooth like it should be. Once the car warms up after a few minutes of driving, the problem magically disappears. It's this now you feel it, now you don't nature. This particular issue is covered by Mazda's Technical Service Bulletin TSB 05000624, which came out in July 2024. According to Mazda's own document, this problem affects a huge range of their vehicles, not just the CX-5, 2024, 2025 CX-5 2024, 2025 CX-50 2024, 2025 CX-30. The bulletin specifically mentions vehicles equipped with the SKY CX-30. The bulletin specifically mentions vehicles equipped with the SKY Active G 2.5 engine and the SKY Active Drive automatic transmission. Quick note, watch through to the end to learn exactly what this fix might cost you. Is your transmission falling apart? Are the gears grinding themselves into metal shavings? Calm down, it's not that dramatic. According to Mazda, the cause is not a mechanical failure at all. Phew. The problem lies within the software that controls the transmission. The official cause is improper control logic of the transmission control module, or TCM. In simple terms, the computer that tells your transmission when and how to shift has a little bug in its programming. When the transmission fluid is cold and thick, this software glitch causes it to send the wrong signal, resulting in that harsh, jerky shift you're feeling. Think of it like this. Your brain, which is the TCM, is telling your legs, which is the transmission, to walk. But it's giving the command a little too aggressively before your muscles are warmed up, so you stumble. Once you're warmed up, the commands work just fine. It's not a broken bone or a torn muscle. It's just a miscommunication between the brain and the body. This is great news because fixing a software bug is a whole lot easier and cheaper than rebuilding a complex piece of machinery like an automatic transmission. This means there's a straightforward fix that doesn't involve taking your whole car apart. Stick with me. At the very end, I'll reveal the potential cost to get this fixed. Know that number before you step into a dealership or independent shop. It could save you a lot of money and a massive headache. Now for the good part. How do you fix it? Since this is a software problem, the solution is a software update. It's really that simple. You don't need new gears. You don't need a new valve body. You certainly don't need a whole new transmission, no matter what some uninformed mechanic might try to tell you. The official fix, as outlined in TSB 05000624, is for a Mazda dealer technician to reprogram the transmission control module, or TCM, with updated software. They call this a recalibration. They're not replacing parts. They're just updating the computer's brain. The process is pretty straightforward for a trained technician. They connect a special diagnostic tool, the Mazda Modular Diagnostic System, or MDS, to your car's OBD, III port, usually under the dashboard. This tool communicates directly with the car's computers. The technician follows a specific procedure to download and install the new software onto the TCM. The new software contains the corrected control logic that fixes the bug, telling the transmission how to shift smoothly even when the fluid is cold. It's very similar to updating the operating system on your smartphone or computer to fix bugs and improve performance. The TSB provides dealers with the exact new software calibration file names they need, depending on model and configuration. This ensures they install the correct update for your car. Once the reprogramming is complete, the fix is permanent. The new software overwrites the old, buggy software and the problem shouldn't come back. The whole process is relatively quick and doesn't involve getting a lot of grease and oil. It's a clean, high-hex solution to a modern car problem. Only Mazda dealers have access to this official software and the proprietary AMDS tool required to perform the update correctly. Now you might be thinking, if Mazda knows about this problem, why haven't I gotten a letter in the mail? Why isn't this a recall? That's a great question. And the answer comes down to the difference between a Technical Service Bulletin, or TSB, and a safety recall. A safety recall is issued for problems that affect, you guessed it, the safety of the vehicle. These are things that could cause a crash or injury. Faulty brake steering that can fail airbags that might not deploy when a safety recall is issued. The manufacturer is legally required to notify every owner and perform the repair for free. A TSB, on the other hand, is different. A TSB is a communication from the manufacturer to its dealer service departments, not directly to you. It basically says, we've noticed a pattern of customers complaining about this specific issue. It's not a safety problem, but it is a known issue. If a customer comes in with these symptoms, here's the official procedure to diagnose and fix it. Since the cold shift shock doesn't make the car unsafe to drive, it doesn't meet the legal standard for a recall. Because it's a TSB and not a recall, Mazda is not obligated to notify you or to perform the repair for free on every single vehicle. If you hop onto any Mazda owners forum or a Reddit community like r/Mazda CX-5, you'll see you're in good company. Threads about this cold shifting issue are everywhere. Countless owners describing the exact same symptoms. A clunky, jerky shift from first to second or second to third gear on the first cold start of the day. Many owners express frustration and worry, thinking their brand new car has a serious transmission failure. They bought a Mazda for its reliability, so feeling a problem like this can be really disappointing and concerning for them. The good news is that the online chatter also confirms the fix works. Owners who have successfully had the TSB 05000624 replied report a night and day difference. The comment sections are filled with posts like, just got the TCM update, and the transmission is smooth as butter now, and finally got the dealer to do the TSB, and it completely fixed the hard shift. It provides a lot of reassurance to other owners who are just starting to deal with the problem. However, the forums also highlight a common struggle, getting the dealer to acknowledge the issue and perform the TSB. This is a classic dealer tactic, especially if they can't easily reproduce the issue since it only happens when the car is cold. This is where having a TSB number is your golden ticket. Alright, you've listened to me ramble on, so what's the game plan? If your CX-5, CX-50, Mazda 3 or CX-30 is having this cold shift issue, here are the simple steps you need to follow. Don't just sit there and worry about it. Take action. First, confirm your symptoms match the problem. Is it a hard, jerky shift that only happens on the first drive of the day when the engine is cold, and then it goes away once the car warms up? If the answer is yes, you're likely dealing with the exact issue described in the TSB. Second, find your paperwork and check your warranty status. The key here is the powertrain warranty, 5 years, 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. Look at your car's purchase date and the current mileage on your odometer. If you are comfortably within that window, you're in a great position to get this fixed for free. If you are outside the warranty period, you will likely have to pay for the repair. But don't worry, as we'll get to that cost in a minute. Third, and this is the most important step, call your local Mazda dealership service department to schedule an appointment. When you speak to the service advisor, be very specific. Say, I am experiencing a harsh shift shock from second to third gear when the transmission is cold, and I believe it is the issue described in Technical Service Bulletin 05000624. I would like to have the transmission control module recalibrated as specified in the TSB. So, we've come to the moment you've all been waiting for. The big question, how much is this going to cost? Let's break it down into the two most likely scenarios. Best case, your vehicle is still under the 5-year 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. If so, cost equals sign exactly $0. Nothing. Nada. Out of warranty? Over 60,000 miles or more than 5 years old. You'll pay out of pocket. Dealer will charge for labor to perform the TCM recalibration. Job typically takes about a half hour to an hour of labor. Dealer labor rates can run about $150 to $250 plus per hour, depending on area. Expect the final bill, about $100 to $250. That's it.